Hello, I'm MDPthatsme, and welcome to another tutorial of posing Sims and Sims 2. Today we are going to be adding props. As you can see, my girls are already set up here. What we're going to do is I show you the poses, and then we're going to get rid of the poses and everything with it, and start from scratch to show you how in the world I did that. How did I do that? We're going to see. Anyways, I want to do some warnings. I have dogs and people who live here, so they may come in and out. Dogs may bark. If that does happen, I will mute immediately. That way, you don't have to suffer through the barking like I do. And I also want to warn that I do have a low performance computer, and I do not know at the moment how this video is looking because I decided to download Fraps and give it a go on recording videos. I'm not sure. I did a test earlier today to see how my voice mic was doing with it, and it varied on, how I'm talking. Am I talking down here? Am I talking up here? Am I talking like this? Am I talking like this? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to sound to you either. This is why we have volume and speakers. So, I hope that I had a fan, but I decided to turn it off because too much wind blowing into the mic causes, annoyance. So I decided not to do that, and I've been trying my hardest to find a program in which would give clear clarity to the screen so y'all can see what I'm clicking on, what I'm doing, what their facial expressions are, and so forth. But I decided Fraps, and actually I learned about Fraps through watching Corellis on his SimCity videos. And I went and I accidentally downloaded just a basic version, and it only gave me 30 seconds of recording time. I was like, no way, buddy. So then I was like, well, gave up for a little bit, and then I was on YouTube and I saw a tutorial of how to download the full version and have longer than 30 seconds, and so I was very pleased with that. And credits, I should have just, why did I even do any of that? I don't even know what her head's doing. What is it doing? Sorry, I'm thinking. I have her head moved. Freaks me out sometimes. Yes. Okay. I will start from complete scratch so you'll know what all I did. Actually, I recorded the first time thinking that I'll just do it one way, and then I went against that. So I have a new way. Alright. No, it doesn't work. I always forget to recolor those, so I know where those are. Alright. So it's kind of weird going backwards, hey? I'm undoing everything that I did to show you how I did it. I thought it was actually a neat style to do because that way I knew exactly what poses I was going to do. And y'all wouldn't have to sit here and wait for me to figure it out. It's nice of me. Alright. What we have is 3 girls. 3 girls with 3 different personalities. You've got Sally. Hello, Sally. Even though that says Mary, ignore that. Sally Sather, who is a social, awkward, kind of giddy, and random, very shy at times. You have Venus the Tango, who is very wealthy and powerful and has the personality to match. And then you have Cassie, who is a doctor and pretty intelligent and sassy. She's very snappy, especially with Shane. He should know better, but he doesn't. So, what we're going to do is add props to poses. And a lot of times, you'll use that in also like a setting where they're like, I don't know, sitting for dinner or things of that nature. But a lot of people actually just do regular posing like this for like header pictures at their sites, and they have just their Sims on these plain white background, which I heard that you can actually find in Inseminator now. I was like, huh. I didn't download it from Inseminator. I downloaded it from the original site Mixed Up, which doesn't exist anymore. But it is at Inseminator now. And I will try to find a direct link, that way you don't have to go hunting through Inseminator, because sometimes that can be very confusing and daunting and time wasting. So I'll go ahead and try to find y'all a link, that way y'all can get a direct all the way to it if you want this beautiful white background, which makes showcasing recolors Sims like this and all kinds of things just that much easier. At least I think 13 Pumpkin thinks so, and a few other people that in the simming community also use it, just because. Why not? It's better than editing around in a picture and deleting the background and putting a new background in. So, that's what we have. We are going to start with Sally. And what we're going to do with her is add this basket, like we saw just a second ago. Hello. An easy way to think. You gotta first think about what you want. What we wanted was her holding the basket on her forearm, like, regular people do. So, cheating, because, you could hunt down a pose for it, but why do that when you know in this Adele Decker gal collaboration box there is purse 6, forearm. And what it is a purse that hangs on your forearm. Ha ha! Alright, so she will have that. And she will also have, I believe it was this. No, it was not. It was not. 'Tis not this. 'Tis not this. Which one was it? Was it this one? I think it was a pose 6. No, it wasn't this one. Oh, I forgot already. Oh, I should know. It's not that one. It was a pose 6. Haha! And that looks like she's kind of walking, so I thought it would be an alright cute pose for her. And also, she is a, I said social awkward, so she does the crazy smiles, so we're going to have her doing that. So let's do this. And smiling! She's looking up, and I don't like that. Make sure she's looking out. There we go. I hate when they follow me, because then I have to redo all their head movements and stuff. Alright, now, I usually don't add props until the end, but we'll go ahead and do this since we're going to go one girl at a time. So what we will do is use this, and we will go to a height that we think it is. We think it's that height. Voila. And we will make it diagonal. It is floating a good bit. So let's go all the way down and back. Floating a little bit, but no problem. Because if you're straight on, can't tell, looks good. And of course, always remember to turn your oomph invisible. Alright. Freeze her. Now it is Miss Tango's turn. What we want to do for her is to do all of this. She will be holding a glass, if I added it, and since she is a politician, she will have a briefcase. Not that. They always have briefcases. And I forget what her pose was. Let's do 6. Yes, it was pose 6. And her head was, oh my goodness, can I remember? It doesn't really matter, because I can do whatever I want, right? No. Let's bend it, and then turn her head right 20. Oh, I think that's about right. Off often I give her kind of an bored expression, but I'm going to make her neutral, that way she doesn't smile, and make her eyes go our right, her left. Let me see. Voila. So, usually with that pose, they have a kind of a romantic smile, like they're smitten. But with her face being on the neutral, with that overlay, it does not smile, even though she kind of has a natural smile. But she doesn't smile, but her eyes do move, and that is one of the best things in the whole wide universe, especially when you are doing complete set the scenes. Alright, now we have her. And when I originally did this, oh my god, did it take me forever to figure out what pose I wanted to do. What we have is her with a pillow. Oh, I forgot to put the money. Money, money, money. Money. Alright. Not that you can really see the money. But you know what? We know it's there. She's rich. She gets money. Alright. Hugging this pillow. Back to Cassie. Yes. Obviously, we have to make this go frontwards. And we're going to make it go frontwards of 90. This is frontwards. Greens are backwards. Blues are left or right? They're opposites. Left. And pinks, of course, are right. And then there's height adjusters. So I'll have to show you a tutorial for that for one day. But I don't usually use that with Sims when you're doing the posing of Sims, but if you're decorating, that can come really in handy for a few items. And I forgot to put down the freaking thing. Where's your head? I don't know. Alright. So this will magically make this go up and down. Holy schmolies, right? This pillow of this heart just wants to hug you, I tell you. It just wants a hug. It wants to be loved by you. Alright. So, as I was saying about her, it took me forever. I was going to do like a whole combining poses and showing you how to do that. I think I'll do that in a later tutorial because that is something I'm going to have to write down each pose and try them out to show you what I've done. Because I used to have a piece of paper that had them all down. I have lost that piece of paper. I know, it's a shame. I'm disorganized. I'm disorganized in my organized world. It is really weird. But anyways, so I was like, you know what? I have Mommy and Me pose boxes. And I should have remembered that from, I don't know, last BPSCES that I won. I did my baby poses. I do not know how that crossed my mind. Or how that didn't cross my mind, rather. Because it's fresh on my mind, right? I just use these crap. But these are at Mybe, as it says, and this is by Lesio, and it called My Baby, and a lot of these Lesios, or Martinis, and besides, these two from Mod, or these four from Mod, and the rest of these are May Pinks. I mean, that's all I got, boys and girls, and that's really all I need, because I mean, there are some other natural sitting pose boxes that I like, and there's a guitar pose box which I do need if I ever want to use my guitars again. But, and of course my assault rifle pose boxes because, Vaden uses assault rifles, so we need those. But for this particular tutorial, I don't use any of those. All I need is this Mommy and Me, and let me try to remember which one. I believe it is Dad. It is not Dad. Oops. Clicked off too fast. It is Mum. Mum? Mum! Woo! Alright, now we must move her head. How are we going to move the head? We need to move it left. First move the neck, I think. Yes. And then move the head. And you could do this in many different combinations. I prefer to do it this way. Voila. Alright. Oh. And we want her to smile. Just a basic romantic. Dual 3 Sim B makes their eyes go that way. Like I'm about to show you. Because I can. You can actually see it this time. At least you should be able to. Voila. And freeze her. You know, I could, make her not smile or make her do a bigger smile, but, why? Why? We don't need to. Oops. We don't need to. And now, we must move this. And we need it to be here. It is going through her arm a little bit, but, not to worry. I mean, front on, you can't really tell. Especially when you're zoomed out like this. Now, if I did move these girl closer, I'd have to move the props too. I'm not going to. When I take pictures, I always take a spacebar so you don't see the icon. I take a body, which I usually zoom all the way in, and then go all the way back, which takes time, and I'd rather not make you suffer through all that, because when I put in this new camera mod, it's just so slow moving up and down and frontward and backwards. So, and then I would take a body shot, and then I'd take a face shot. That's how I character showcase. Same with her. Voila. And I edited it so it's, as the white background is as close to them without clipping them. And voila. So we have our girls posing. So you can how slow it's going. Oh, going backwards. Alright. Our girls posing with props. And that's basically it. You really have to know your pose boxes though, because I did, before I did this tutorial, go through and see what all I could do. And it took 30 minutes for me to figure out, just for her pose, because I was stupid and didn't think about the mommy and me's. The baby's being hugged by your mommy in this one. Well, I didn't think about it. Now I've thought about it, and now I feel stupid. But anyways, we went forward. Oh, we started like this, and then we went backwards, and then we went forward again. And now we have these poses all over again. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? I can redo that. If I just remember all the poses, and if you spend enough time with these pose boxes, you'll be like me, and you'll be like, oh, I know what this pose is going to do, what this pose is going to do, all these poses. It just takes some time. Actually, I don't know all the animations. Obviously you can go and see what they are, but I do not know all of them, what all they do in them. I've had those things forever, and I only use certain ones, and then I'm like, Yesterday I decided to go and do some other, little animations that I haven't ever done before. And they're quite interesting. I especially like the bar poses. Those are really nice. I wish that they weren't all sitting, though. I guess you could do a standard sitting pose, or standing pose, and then have them do the face animations on these. That's how I be. But this tutorial's purpose was to show you how to add props to your standing poses. And of course you can use these same fundamentals in set the scene poses, sitting poses, laying poses, flying poses, anything that you prefer to do in your Sims 2 game. I use a lot of just this basic stuff in my stories, The Gang in Alternate Universe, which you can find in the Sounds of Hell link below this video. I will also find the link for this white background from you at Inseminator and link that to you. I will also link to all of these pose boxes on a master list at GOS. If you don't know what GOS is, that stands for Garden of Shadows. And if you don't know what Garden of Shadows is, you will find out and you will love it. And I will also link you to my Hell Has Spoken site, where you can find all my recolors, such as this shirt, and these pants, and this hair texture, and this hair texture, and this hair texture. And I will also link you to my Tumblr, because I would like you to follow me, and I may like to follow you too, so just let me know. Alright? I will add that all below. I will also update on Tumblr. I update, my recolors, my meshes. I also do 13 Pumpkin if she does any recolors. I will link them to you as well. That is all on my Tumblr. I also do pictures of my Sims and do teasers of my stories. So if you want to follow me, I'd love you to follow me. You can subscribe to this channel, and you will we will hopefully do more tutorials of this. Give me a like or a comment. I appreciate it. And peace out.